Have you ever started a game knowing it was going to be an absolute beatdown? A game so brutal it makes other Souls likes feel like a warm up? Well, that was me. But what if I told you the true enemy wasn't just the difficulty, but a bumpy launch that threatened to ruin the experience completely? Let's dive into it. What's going on, everyone? Damon here, and welcome back. I recently played through WuChang Fallen Feathers from start to finish, and while the initial release had its share of performance issues and bugs, the developers have been on a mission. We've seen a consistent release of patches and updates since then, so the big question is, has this game been fixed, and is the journey worth the immense challenge in its current state? Let's find out. First things first, let's talk about the world. WuChang Fallen Feathers transports you to a fictional, mythical version of ancient China. The art style is simply stunning. It's a world filled with intricate snow-dusted temples, sprawling bamboo forests, and grand decaying castles that create an oppressive yet beautiful atmosphere. The developers absolutely nailed the aesthetics. From the meticulously crafted levels to the grotesque and imaginative enemies, the visual design is consistently breathtaking. The character designs, especially the larger-than-life bosses, are a true highlight and are some of the most memorable I've seen in a game. Complementing the visuals is an immersive soundscape. The music is a perfect blend of traditional instruments and epic orchestral scores that perfectly capture the tension of a boss fight and the quiet despair of a ruined temple. But just like with other games in this genre, the combat sound design is where it truly excels. The distinct clang of a parry, the whoosh of a heavy attack, the whispers of lore you hear in the background, it all combines to make every single encounter feel visceral and impactful. Alright, let's get into the meat of the matter, the combat. If you're a veteran of Souls-likes, you'll feel right at home with the core mechanics, but be warned, WuChang takes the difficulty to a whole new level. It's a relentless dance of aggression and precision, but the timing is incredibly tight. The parry system is absolutely unforgiving, and you need to perfectly time your deflections. You must stand your ground and learn every single attack pattern, or you will die. A lot. The game's mantra isn't written on a loading screen, but it's felt with every brutal encounter. It's a game that makes you earn every victory. The enemy variety and their unpredictable movesets keep you on your toes, and you can't rely on the same strategy for every fight. This is where the game's difficulty truly sets it apart from the others. Add to this the various abilities and skills you unlock throughout the game, and you have a combat system that is complex, demanding, and incredibly rewarding when you finally get into a rhythm. Progression in WuChang is also a familiar journey, but with its own unique twist. You'll gain experience from defeating enemies, which you can then invest in skill trees to unlock new combat arts and passive abilities. Your health and stamina are also increased by collecting special items from bosses and challenging enemies. It's a classic Souls-like loop of defeating foes, getting stronger, and then facing even more dangerous adversaries. A key part of the journey is choosing your path. The game offers a variety of weapons, each with unique feels and movesets, from fast-paced twin blades to heavy crushing axes. The weapons you choose and the skills you unlock completely change your approach to combat. You can specialize in a specific weapon type or branch out to create a versatile character. This focus on expanding your abilities and finding the perfect weapon feels very fitting for the journey your character undertakes. WuChang Fallen Feathers tells a compelling and direct story about a fallen warrior, WuChang, who is given a sacred duty. While the main plot is straightforward, the world is rich with lore for those who pay attention. The narrative unfolds through beautiful cutscenes, interactions with a memorable cast of characters, and environmental storytelling. As you journey through a world inspired by Chinese mythology, you'll uncover a tale of horror, redemption, and the struggle against ancient evils. This compelling story gives weight and meaning to your quest. Let's set the story straight. WuChang Fallen Feathers is hard. It has a steep, punishing learning curve that will test your patience and your skills to their absolute limit. The game will relentlessly punish your mistakes, and some of the bosses will feel like insurmountable walls. As a gamer dad, finding the time and mental energy for those repeated attempts can be a real challenge. But this game is fair. When you die, you know exactly why. The feeling of finally overcoming a brutal boss after hours of trying is an unparalleled sense of accomplishment. This game doesn't just ask you to get good, it forces you to. For me, the journey through WuChang was a personal test. I remember spending a whole stream or two on one boss just trying to nail the parry time, figuring out when to dodge, what their attack patterns were, and so on. But when I finally beat them, the feeling was amazing. The real reward in this game isn't the items or the achievements. It's the internal click when a boss's moveset finally makes sense and you go from being demolished to flawlessly deflecting their entire combo. That's the true reward here. So back to the big question, is WuChang Fallen Feathers worth it? The answer is a resounding yes, especially since they have been patching it and updating it since release. The art style has aged incredibly well, and the world is still a joy to explore. Mechanically, the combat system is as demanding as ever, and now that the developers have consistently addressed the performance issues with multiple patches, the game is the polished experience it was always meant to be. With multiple endings and New Game Plus, there's plenty of reason to come back and face the challenge again. For the price it often goes for now, the amount of quality and the content you get is fantastic. Now, let's wrap this all up. What's the final word? This game is a masterpiece of action design, but one that will not hold your hand. It delivers a breathtaking world, impactful sound, and a combat system that is brutally challenging, deeply rewarding, and incredibly unique. The journey of your fallen warrior is compelling, and the feeling of mastering its demanding encounters is something few games can replicate. My recommendation is a strong yes, but with a big caveat. Know what you're getting into. This isn't a game you can just breeze through. It demands your attention, your patience, and your willingness to learn and adapt. If you're looking for a deep, satisfying combat experience and you're up for a true challenge, WuChang Fallen Feathers will deliver one of the most memorable gaming experiences you'll ever have. Well, that's all from me. Have you played WuChang Fallen Feathers? Did you run into the same performance issues? Let me know your experiences down in the comments. And of course, if you enjoy these type of reviews and want to catch the live streams where I play through games like this, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the action. And if you want to support the channel even further and get some awesome perks, check out our channel memberships. The Airman tier gets you incredible benefits like early access to new videos, members only live chats, and access to our private Discord. And if you step up to become a commander, you get all of that plus top tier perks like member shoutouts, discounted merch, and more. Just click that join button right below this video for all the details. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.